Gray, is it true that you're going to inherit your family's business?
I am. Is that a problem?
Is it that rundown diner that you're inheriting, right? Frankly speaking, I believe you should focus on pursuing a regular job instead. There is no future prospect for that place.
Ruby, that's not true. I think you're confused. I am determined to sustain the continuity of the business. It has been in existence since my grandfather's era.
Considering your graduation from the economics department, however, don't you believe it would be wise for you to seek employment in a traditional profession? You might even have the opportunity to secure a position at a reputable company.
The sole reason I opted for economics was to acquire knowledge on managing the shop. I don't know if it was even that helpful.
Then how much do you expect to make? It probably won't meet your expectations.
Even if that's the case, I should make at least $7,500.
$7,500? For real?
That's a low estimate. I should make at least that much. I can easily live off of that.
Oh, so that's how things are. I see you and I are quite different.
What's different about us? Ruby? Ruby, where'd you go? We're going to the after party together, right?
I'm going with someone else.
Huh? Who's this other person?
I've been with you up until now because you're attractive. And also because you're pretty popular among our circle. But I can date someone with no future. After graduating, we're done. I'll be graduating from our relationship too.
Seriously? This is so out of the blue. I haven't heard you mention anything about this before. If that's really how you feel, you should have told me sooner.
I held out being with you until we graduated, so you should be grateful. The fact that you're taking over the poor family diner after graduating shows how you don't care about me at all. It's so embarrassing. You're not thinking realistically whatsoever.
Me not being realistic? I was just trying to take on inheriting my family's business, which I explained to you.
Yeah, but you have no common sense. You're graduating from a good university. And you have me as your girlfriend, yet you're not even looking for a proper job. How do you expect to support me with an annual salary of $7,500?
Huh? Annual salary?
You sound like an idiot asking me to live with you on $7,500. There's no way I can be with a guy like that. Anyways, I'm already dating someone with a stable income.
What do you mean you're seeing someone? Is that the reason why we haven't been able to see each other much recently? You've been two-timing me?
What? It's not a big deal. You know this is all your fault, right? You're the one saying that you're going to inherit some shabby diner. I wasted 3 years of my life in college with you. I really thought there was hope for your future. I had no idea you would betray me like this.
I'm not the one betraying you. You're the one betraying me. What are you claiming that I did?
At this rate, I would like to get married soon, and I don't want to work. I did kind of try looking for a job, but my dream is to be a rich housewife. If I married a guy who makes an annual salary of $7,500, then my dream of becoming a housewife would never come true. That's why I've given up on you. This is how it is, so you should give up on me too. We'll find people who suit us better. You'll find someone who can love you in your poor lifestyle.
Why do you have to say it like that? I actually thought about our future a lot. I thought about telling you today after the party, but I had no idea this would happen. I can't believe we date for 3 years, all for it to end because of you cheating. That's so sad.
It's not cheating, it's called having an insurance plan. I just had a plan B to ensure my future. My future happiness is the most important.
Whatever, nothing that I can say will change the situation. Have a happy life.
Good luck with that rundown business. Your low-level life is waiting for you.
Okay, bye.
Oh my god, I can't believe a low life like you is going to the college reunion.
Long time no see. I would never expect meeting the ex-girlfriend that dumped me right out of college at our reunion.
Well, you're making $7,500 at a crappy diner. What else was I supposed to do?
Oh yeah, you made fun of me for that. I'm sorry about the crappy diner. If you're happy now, then I guess it was for the best.
Yeah, everything's going well. At the very least, I'm glad I'm not a knife like you. I'm not married yet, but I will be soon.
I'm glad to hear that. You said that your dream was to get married and become a rich housewife, right? Well, I wish you luck.
I can't believe you confidently show your face at the reunion. If it were me, I could never do that.
Can you quit calling me a lowlife? If it's about me, I don't care, but I don't want my business to be made fun of. And no matter how you look at things, my place is not low level.
It's absolutely low level since you're making $7,500 per year. Are you still running that place? You're really working hard even though you should have quit by now. How about I marry you if you get a normal job? I bet you want to rekindle our old spark, right?
Oh, I'll pass. I never be able to love someone who cheats on and throws away their partner.
Your life has been ruined ever since I left you and you became poor.
Well, actually, I make $7,500 per month.
You're lying, you low-life prick.
You're trying to one-up me based on a misunderstanding, so I thought I'd correct you. Since my family's diner is old, you just rudely assumed that it was run down. And you treated me like I was a low-life poor person. But my family's diner is a long-established popular restaurant that is very profitable.
Huh? A long-established restaurant?
I'm not making $7,500 in a year. I'm making that in a month ever since graduating college.
You're kidding, right? $7,500 per month? Huh.
Well, at first I couldn't use all the profits. Because I invested into capital, renovations, improvements, and even expanding the building, all to widen the scope of the business. I even opened a new diner at the beginning of this year. Now, I'm making double what I used to make, and because of that I'm living a far different lifestyle than a low life.
Huh. This isn't some big joke.
This isn't a joke! There's no point in joking. I'm proud of my work. I would never lie about my work. I loved my family shop 5 years ago. No, I've loved it since day one. I'm so happy that I was able to contribute to the business.
I seriously thought that you were just making food to add some trappy diner.
What are you saying? I'm not even a good cook. Come on, Ruby. You should know this.
I know, but don't you have to train for the job?
If I did, that would waste too much of my time. Of course, I'm entrusting the skilled chefs that have been working with us for some time now. It's a pretty big restaurant, so it's not like one person can handle everything anyways. I'm in charge of managing everything.
So you're not running a small poor diner in the countryside?
I never said that I was. Maybe things were like that when my grandpa first started. But it's a well-established restaurant that's been around for more than 60 years. My dad is still the head manager, so I'll be taking on his role.
Huh? This is nothing like what you previously told me. I don't know what's going on. You're telling me that the reason why you didn't look for a job is because you knew that you could make more money than a typical company employee?
That's not why. Why can't you understand? I never even thought about becoming a typical company employee in the first place. No matter how much money I can make, I always had planned to take over the family business. Now, I'm super busy as the manager expanding the business.
I see. I guess I misunderstood. I'm sorry, Gray.
Even if you apologize now, it's not like I'm mad, so it's fine.
Really? So you forgive me?
I don't know about forgiving, but I'm not really mad about anything. I'm not interested, so it doesn't matter.
You're lying about not being interested in me, right? You still like me, right? Since we dated for 3 whole years. Of course, you still like me.
I don't know how you can view things in such a positive way. How could I possibly like you?
What are you saying? Be honest about your feelings. Do you want to get back together with me? It was my fault, and it's not like you're mad anymore anyways.
Even if you were to totally turn things around, I never want to go back to how things were, so there's no point in trying. I'm already engaged.
What? You're engaged?
I'm getting married January of next year. I have a fiancé, so I don't care about you anymore, Ruby. You're just a girl I dated in college and nothing more.
No way! That girl must be a gold digger.
Huh?
She must be. Since you're rich now. If you're rich, then she's definitely just in it for the money. You should choose me instead. I've known you before you became rich, and I love you more than anyone.
You say that so boldly. Yet, you're the one who decided to move on to another guy and throw me away when you decided I had no money. Even if you say all this now, it doesn't mean that I will ever plan on taking you back.
Don't talk like that. We were in love, remember?
I haven't forgotten about what happened forever ago, and we had a terrible breakup. And now you're unemployed, right?
Who, me? What are you saying? No! I'm not.
Some of our fellow classmates were saying that. Even though you complained relentlessly about someone else's job prospects, you yourself are now unemployed. You quit your job, right?
That's not true. I'm just preparing to be a bride now. Since my dream is to get married and be a housewife. I quit my job thinking that I would marry my ex-boyfriend, but when I did that, he laughed at me for wanting to be a housewife in this day and age. So yeah, I got dumped. He's awful, right? He really hurt me. So you can make me feel better, right, Gray? I think it's fate to be together.
Don't make me laugh.
Huh?
This is the karma that you deserve. This is the life you've chosen for yourself. I'm happy with the life I've chosen, so I don't have time to interact with a trashy woman like you.
Wait. Are you referring to me?
Who else would I be talking about? Stop trying to serve men. Why don't you try living for yourself for once?
Don't be so mean. I want to become a housewife and I don't want to work.
You think like that and try to get a man who makes money, so it makes sense why your partner would be so awful. Bye-bye. Unfortunately for you, I didn't turn out to be as low life of a loser as you expected. You need to figure stuff on your own.
Ultimately, Ruby made desperate attempts to entice Gray, yet he outright refused her, causing her to hit rock bottom. Mocked by her former classmates for her unemployment and desperate quest for a husband, Ruby reached her breaking point. Despite Ruby's persistent pleas to reconcile with Gray, he promptly blocked her, ensuring he would never have to read another message from her. In due course, Gray tied the knot with his fiancée, hosting a magnificent ceremony that would ignite envy in many, while Ruby, naturally, was not extended an invitation. Overwhelmed with shame in the presence of her parents, Ruby embarked on a job hunt in an attempt to restore her dignity. It appears that it will take quite some time before she finds a partner for marriage.
Hi, Sophia. How are you these days? Guess what? I have an very shocked new to notice you. You have to hear it right now.
What's up, Max? Is it good or bad new? I hope it a good new to me.
No, you don't get it. I think it may make you upset. But I think you will probably know it, so I noticed you before you get too shocked. It's super exciting new.
Don't beat around the burst. I have a little time 'cause it's my lunchtime at the company. Please don't waste my time. Hurry up and tell me about this.
I finally broke up with my boyfriend just now.
I think that's a good news. Your boyfriend, no, your ex, is really a bad guy. I told you to broke up with him many times, but you can't do it. It's so cool and brave of you to do that. He cannot be a tiny part of my boyfriend, John. I even told you to break up with your boyfriend as soon as possible. Well, I am happy because at the end you can understand what I told you. And why I said those things.
Yeah, I am sorry for making you worried all the time. From now on, I am going to lead to a healthy love that can help me mature and a great person. I discover that he have a family and even the kid. By that, I mean I won't date a married man.
There you go, Max. I'm so proud of you. Go straight and lead to the good and healthy thing. It's look like you're going back to your old self. I'm happy for you. Good job, my girl.
And I also have a breaking news. That I have a new lover now.
What? You have a new boyfriend already? Are you sure with your determination? That's make me shocked cause you know, good things take time, right? How long have you met him?
I think we have met for 5 days.
5 days, are you kidding me?
The real reason why I broke up with my ex is because I find a better person. He willing to give me everything.
Yeah. I know your thought and I could have a guess. But, maybe I will take back what compliments I have given to you before.
Haha, I can't say anything. I just do what I want and be connect with whom I love. You're not living my life so you can't say anything and told me what to do. I am old enough to know what the best thing to me. I met him at a coffee shop, he's my gout and I fall to his eyes and I take his info. I knew our love was destined to bloom from the first time I met him. In that moment I decided that I have to dump my cheating ex to get on with this amazing man.
You know that is wrong?
No, I don't think so cause I have broke up then I started a new relationship. I am not treating anyone.
5 days? What you know about this new man? Why can you immediately said that he can do everything for you? How ridiculous you are.
You know, at the coffee shop, I went there with a lot of my friend and he pay for all of us. You know, that's amazing action very little boy can do for the girl.
Pay for your bill? So what? She a money lover girl. And maybe he do that to take your believe.
Well, I just know that he also fell in love with me instantly and followed me just so he could see me again.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Are you hearing yourself?
Of course, I think I must be with that man and I asked him for lunch.
So who is the one pay for the meal?
Me.
What? You pay for the meal? Are you serious?
Why are you so surprised? He paid for me at the coffee shop and I paid for him. Then we got to get know each other and that's how we ended up dating. This is how it feels to have finally met the one. You'll understand one day. Things just go suddenly because we were meant to be from the get-go. So when I contact you for the next time, I might be inviting you to our wedding.
Yes, that would be great.
That's not the idea I want to hear.
Why I have to answer what you want me to say?
I mean, it's nice to get dating advice from you, of course. So you're the master in this field and I think you can get married soon. But you should put more effort into your dating life. Now is not the time to be interfering in mine.
Okay, don't worry about me. My love life is fine. But I am worried about you cause you make the decision too fast that can be a wrong choice. Then I want to help you. That's all.
That's my advice for you. The love of your life just comes into your life at the most expected time. You should start working on yourself as a woman so you'll be prepared for when a good man shows up in your life.
I think I'm doing just fine as a woman, thank you. On top of that, I think the time we get married is not important unless sooner or later. But it's right time for me to get married. I want to have an engage with this man.
What? You never told me about this.
Yeah. 'Cause you talk about yourself all the time when you're with me, so I had no chance to tell you. I have had a lover for a long time and I've decided I'm going to marry him. He has proposed to me. Well, it's all moving very smoothly, so according to your logic, I have met my love of my life.
Wait, hold up.
When the wedding date is confirmed, I'll let you know. Of course you're invited.
Hey, I just told you to wait.
Why do you said that?
I'm saying that I can't believe you're getting married before me. You're so inexperienced about dating. How could this be happening?
Why are you so mad? I think that you have to be happy for me. That's the general reaction when a friend announces they're getting married.
Why the hell would I be happy?
What's wrong with you?
There's no way I'm losing to you any way possible.
I just don't understand what's in your mind now. What you mean when you said the word losing? Getting married isn't the contest. What's gotten into you?
Of course it is. Ever since we were a kid, everyone said that I am cuter than you. You were always inferior to me, and it has to stay that way.
I think that you've lost your mind.
No, it's normal. You are not allowed to get married before me, and that's that.
I don't have anything to talk to you.
Hey Sapphire, seems like I'll be heading home late today.
Oh, if that's the case, have fun.
Have you let your friend know?
No, what?
Our intention of getting married.
All of my close friends live far away, and the only childhood friend I have also is mad at me for some reason.
Mad at you? Why?
She told me she can't believe I'm getting married before her and got furious. She's treating the whole thing like it's some kind of contest or something.
Wow, I get some people take this pretty seriously, huh? LOL.
From the young age, she had a big ego and wanted to be the number one in everything. She compares I and her in every aspects of life. She always said that she could find a better lover than me. She even intended to date a married man.
What in the world?
She would also ask for advice, but all the really was just her bragging. But still, she's my childhood friend, so I can't really just neglect her. So I've just been trying to convince her to break up with him. I didn't have a clue that she was competing with me even in marriage. But the most shocked thing is that she didn't congratulate on our wedding.
Well, then how about we just have our wedding before her? Let's see how she reacts. Let's see how she reacts. I'm sure that you'd love it as well.
Well, now you've got my attention.
So, my plan is that we go see the venue together this weekend, and if you like it, let's just sign a deal on the spot. And before that crazy friend of yours says anything, let's just happily get married. Oh, I'd love to see her reaction.
But you know I don't have enough courage to do such a thing.
No need to handle her with kid gloves. And by the sound of it, it seems like she's looking down on you.
You think she'll give up compete with me if we get married first?
For those kinds of unreasonable people that look down on you, the best thing you can do is to show them how happy and content you are with your life.
I wonder.
All right, I've already made reservations this weekend to take a look at some venues. I've made the appointment at 3 different venues just in case, so let's just choose where to have our wedding this weekend.
Wow, I guess we're doing this then. But really, thank you. I'm looking forward to this weekend. I love you. Have a good day, John.
Hey, Sophia.
What happened now? Do you have any beautiful words to say to me? I just want to hear the congratulations from you.
I told you before. I said that next time I contact you, it'll be because I'm getting married. My prediction was right.
Wait. You're getting married?
Yes, my boyfriend proposed to me.
Wow, things have gone way fader than I thought.
Last time we met, he was talking to me about wedding venues. Now this has to be the most obvious sign he wants to marry me.
Wait a minute.
The place he suggests to me was my type. It's great and very luxury. If he didn't truly love me, I know this type of stuff would be impossible.
Wait up, I need to ask you some question.
What do you mean by that?
Well, from what you told me, I think it doesn't sound like he's proposing to you.
I know that you're still in denial that I'm about to get married before you. So I can understand you're jealous, but could you please stop saying absurd things? We're getting married and that's already decided.
Well, I hope that really is the case. I'll say congratulations now either way.
Well, the news isn't over just yet.
Okay, tell me.
My finance is actually your boyfriend.
You even know my boyfriend. You didn't know he even existed and what his name. Until I told you we are going to get married.
Well, it was unacceptable for you to marry before me, so I followed you and your boyfriend. That's when I decided to get in between you two. I was just planning to flirt him. I didn't think he'd go and propose me right away.
What the heck are you talking about? You're joking, right?
Right after he proposed to me, he said that I am the true love of his life. You're a loser, haha.
That's literally impossible. Get your mind straight.
I totally why you can't accept this. But you while sooner know the truth that he will dumps you. Oh, I feel so bad for you. Sorry I stole your finance. On top of that, please forgive me for getting married first.
My fiancé is laughing so hard next to me now.
Wait, what do you mean?
He's saying that he feels bad for you. Of course you wouldn't understand. I never knew a person could have their head so far up their own butt.
Wait a minute? Is that John?
Yes, we just got married and we've got a whole lifetime of happiness ahead of us.
What? You're acting weird.
But another fact is that I didn't do that with romantic intentions. You said I fell in love with you at first sight, that why I want to try your heart.
Well, I thought you were lying to hide your real feelings towards me. You loved me.
You should probably go to see a psychiatrist. You're absolutely delusional.
No, you're comfortable being around me. So my point is, we're just meant to be.
Hold up, I knew you were insane, but now you're scaring me.
I am not either insane or scary. Stop being so mean to me. You proposed me, it was so obvious. I know how you feel about me, stop hiding it.
No. I am the sale of the wedding revenue and just give you the leaflet. And you were talking about how much you liked it. I mean, you were the only one talking.
But you were listening.
It's ridiculous. What kind of insane man would want to propose to a crazy woman like you?
Oh, that's too much. You deceived me. This can't be happening to me.
I heard from Sophia that you have a huge ego, now I think it's the truth. Stop annoying my gorgeous fiancé.
Hey Sophia, why the two of you didn't invite me to your wedding ceremony? I even didn't know the day.
It's just because we decided not to invite you. I'm afraid you will ruin our wedding.
I'm going to marry a man far better than yours, and I'm meeting tons of people every day to achieve that.
What a pity. I didn't know you were going to go that far. Hey, Max, you are a beautiful, kind, and friendly girl, so please find what you were in the past. Healing yourself will help you become a better person. Don't be jealous with someone's success. It made you tired.
Then I didn't text Max anymore. I heard that she has worked for a big company and stopped followed man and waited for the money of them. I feel happy for her because at the end, she can get rid of the very bad trouble of her life.
Honey, I just sent you the test's results of our daughter. Did you see it?
Yeah, I did. To be honest, I was quite surprised. She got A in almost all subjects. Especially A in math. I heard that math test in this semester was so tough that just 3 students got a mark.
Hard works pays off, Aaron. Lisa has tried a lot for the tests.
I didn't know if I could pass that test. Lisa is amazing. She has made huge progress since that last semester. Some parents also called me to ask why Lisa can achieve that high score. I'm so proud of her.
I'm so glad we hired that private tutor. She's been doing so well since he started coming to the house to teach her. With grades like this, she's going to pass that private middle school entrance exam. No doubt. It's hard to believe our baby is going to be at one of the best schools in the entire state. I can't wait to tell the whole family. Not to mention, it's gonna look good on Mr. Tom's resume.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. We still have a lot of time until the actual exam, let alone bragging to everyone she got in. The private school is not going to be that easy. It might be the best school, but it's also the most exclusive.
I know, but parents can't help themselves but get their hopes up. I want to see her succeed.
I get it. We're just lucky we found someone smart enough to tutor her.
So you finally gonna stop worrying about it now? About whether or not we're going to keep the tutor and whether or not he's good enough for her. Every time he comes over, you ask a million questions about him like you're interrogating him.
Well, he does get the job done. Can't agree more with that. But I never had any problems with him. What matters to me is, does Lisa have a problem with him?
No way she has any problems with him. Studying is more fun with someone else than doing it on our own, right? She's happy with him here and her test grades prove it.
Her grades don't prove whether or not she's having fun. I gotta admit that I'm kind of worried about her. Doesn't she seem kinda off these days? Like, does she not just seem down all the time? I thought something might have happened between them to make them not get along anymore. Have either of them told you anything like that?
No, they seem perfectly happy with each other. You don't have to worry about that kind of thing. Tom is like one in the family. Actually, he's a college student, so he's more like an older brother to her. It's not unusual for kids to bicker about small things. They'll get used to each other soon. Give it time.
Really? Have you ever thought about something that's kind of crazy? That he must have his hands full with his own homework and tests too. He's in medical school, right? I couldn't imagine getting through that even without a side hustle. With graduation coming up next year, I would think he would have to buckle down or something. But I guess all that money we're spending on a tutor is worth it.
Apparently, he doesn't come from a lot of money, so he started tutoring to have some money. He's just like one of those students, they do that kind of thing all the time. When his college's tutor program recommended him to us, even I was a little unsure because it is a lot of money. But Tom is good people and he's doing such a good job, right?
I remember I spent all my college years partying and having fun, lol. Oh, those days. Carefree and worry-free. It's awesome he's so driven at such a young age. I don't even have that kind of drive at my age.
And he's good looking too. He's got such nice clothes and so much style.
Don't even joke about that, about to ruin my day.
Why are you trying to compete with a young guy like him anyway? Don't tell me you're getting jealous. You're the man I married, so you should have nothing to worry about. Besides, it was just a joke, don't be so sensitive. You shouldn't compare yourself to other people. Each person have different ability. So there's no use in trying to control something you can't control.
You're right. But let's get back. Why does Lisa seem so down these days? Is the tutor's material too hard? Or maybe she's not interested in the subjects that are on the exam?
No way, she talks about that exam all the time. She's always so excited when she gets things right. She's the one who said she wanted to go to that school. She wants to learn the material on the exam. That's why we hired the tutor in the first place.
If it's not Mr. Tom and it's not the material, it must be some other part of her life. But what else is there? All she does is go to school, come home, study, and go to bed, right? Maybe something happened at her current school? Has she said anything about having a falling out with her friends? Getting into arguments? Or having a rough day? Because she might be having a hard time connecting with her classmates if she thinks she's going to be moving school soon.
Nah. But you know her, she's always been the type to focus on her studies. She doesn't have that many friends to even fall out with. And she doesn't really open up about her feelings to people, even us.
I'll try asking her when I get home tonight. Maybe I'll take off early to make it home in time. She's been staying up till like 9 o'clock, right?
Maybe you shouldn't.
Why not?
Your work is important and we need that paycheck. Besides, I didn't want to have to say this, but you know, Lisa is getting to be about that age. Girls like her don't like talking to their fathers about their feelings. She's at that age where girls need their mothers to help them through. When I was her age, I went to my mother for everything. If you're so worried about it, I can ask her about her school tonight before you get home. You don't have to bother yourself with it.
All right, if you insist. Sorry to make you do all the work.
No problem, Aaron. You just need to focus on your work. And let me take care of the rest.
Evelyn, are you at home? I feel like burnout a little bit. These days are so hectic, I'm so tired of that. I'm just finishing up and I'm on my way home. By the way, I'm going to go to department stores to grab something. Do you and Lisa want something?
I don't know if she wants anything. Did something happen today?
She studies with her tutor, right? So I thought she might be tired and she'd like something sweet as a reward for her hard work.
Okay, I'll ask her. She wants a pudding. And can you grab me a random soda?
Okay then. I'll pick some up on the way home. By the way, how was the tutor today? Was anything off about them?
I didn't notice anything off about either of them. They just studied together as always. I think they made really great progress today.
Are you sure they didn't fight or argue or anything?
I just told you, there wasn't. What has gone into you all of a sudden? You seem to be so worked up over Lisa right now. Are you still on about her seeming down, or whatever? What actual reason do you have to suspect anything is wrong with her?
I actually got some texts from her this evening.
This evening? Weren't you at work? Why would she be texting you at such a late hour? What did she say?
Well, I don't know why she texted me so late. So I assumed something must have happened. She said she didn't want him to come over anymore. She said she doesn't need him anymore and she wants to try studying on her own.
Did she really say that? She's struggling with the material, so I find it hard to believe she doesn't need a tutor anymore. Did she say why she doesn't need him?
I don't have a clue. She just said she didn't want him to come anymore. That's why I wanted to ask you if they fought or anything today. But there must have been something that made her change her mind. Otherwise, Lisa would never say something like that. So I'm thinking it must have been something he did wrong.
I don't think Tom is the problem. Like I told you before, Tom is just doing such a good job.
Evelyn, it doesn't matter how good of a job he's doing if she doesn't like him. I don't want to be the kind of parent that forces their kid to see a tutor they don't want to see. I want to let kids do the things they actually want to do instead.
I didn't want to say this, but I have to. Perhaps it's her own fault. Tom has done absolutely nothing wrong.
Her own fault?
She hasn't been keeping up with his assignments lately. Tom's also been worried about that. He's apparently trying out lots of different ways to get her back on track. But every time he comes over and he tried something new, nothing seems to be working. I think it'll just take some time. It's a matter of trial and error.
What do you mean? I just asked you if there were any problems. Where was this trial and error talk just a few minutes ago?
Anyways, there's no personal problem between her and Tom. They get along just fine, and she is slowly keeping up with the workload. It's just her grades on those assignments aren't as high as they could be.
I already said this, but it doesn't matter how hard he's working to make her pass. What matters is whether or not Lisa is having fun learning with him.
How can you say that when he's doing everything he can to make sure our daughter gets the best education? He's sacrificing his own study time to think up new ways to help our daughter. Even though he's got tuition and bills to worry about. How could you think of firing him when he's trying so hard for us?
Evelyn, what in the world are you even talking about? We hired a private tutor for our daughter's sake, not for him. Yet you keep talking about him text after text instead of her.
Well, yeah. That may be the case, but
Since when you gotten close enough to Tom? I can feel that, Evelyn.
what? It just kind of happened over time. There's nothing weird about that. Tom is doing great for our daughter. So it's a common sense that I will be nice for him. Doesn't that make sense? Tom is kind of a good friend to me.
Well, there's nothing wrong to be friend with Lisa's tutor. But don't forget that the only reason we have him in our lives is for Lisa. As soon as she passes her exam, he's not going to be around anymore.
Surely I know that. I just don't think there's anything wrong with the arrangement we've had up till now. That's all I'm trying to say.
Anyways, Lisa has spoken. She doesn't like him. If her feelings don't change, then we have no choice but to let him go. You are with me on this, right?
I want us to be on the same page, but Tom really is trying his best. We can't just drop him out of nowhere like that. Think of how much it'll hurt him and his future.
If you can't be the one to say it, don't worry, I can also so help. Please, don't say another word to dismiss our daughter's wishes. Or I will fire him right here and now. I have no qualms about that. I'm tired of you taking his side over hers. Evelyn, where is Lisa?
What do you mean? What's wrong? Shouldn't you still be working? I thought you weren't supposed to use your phone while you were at work.
Yeah, but I got out early today. What about Lisa? Don't tell me she's not with you.
Of course she is. Where else can she be at this time? She's studying in her room like she always is.
Really? Are you sure about that?
I'm sure, Aaron.
So who is the kid standing next to me?
What do you mean? There's no way Lisa's with you.
You took the words right out of my mouth. How can you just sit there and tell me whatever lie you come up with first?
Lie? I haven't lied to you about anything.
You're a liar. I ended work early because I got a text from our daughter. We're gonna spend the night at Grandma's house. We're already here now.
Oh, that's nice. She must enjoy the company. So I take it then you picked her up from the park? Thank you. I'm sorry I couldn't get there at a reasonable time.
So you're just going to ignore the fact that you just tried telling me? By the time I got the call from Lisa, it was already 6 p.m. Why is a child outside by herself at 6 p.m. at night? She said you were the one who told her to leave. And yet Tom was still at the house. What's that all about?
What are you so mad for? I had something important to talk to Tom. And I just asked her to step outside for a minute. I was going to get her as soon as we were done.
Are you for real? If all you're doing is talking, there's no need to make her go outside.
It wasn't a conversation a kid should hear.
What kind of conversation are you having that requires a fourth grader to leave the house in the middle of the night? Lisa said this happened each and every time her tutor comes over to the house. How many of these conversations have you been having? I'll take your silence to mean you ran out of excuses.
I'm not making excuses. Stop talking to me like that. You make it sound like I'm doing something behind your back.
Well, what you're saying doesn't make sense at all. That's why you always make her leave so you don't get caught.
Look, Aaron. I am sorry I made her go outside by herself at night. I learned my lesson, so now we can go ahead and just move on from that. It's over. So don't just up and take that and make a bunch of stories about me that aren't even true. There is nothing weird going on.
It seems that you are trying way too hard. You can't talk your way out of this one though.
What is that supposed to mean?
Lisa told me she saw the two of you holding each other. She told me herself that that very next day you started making her study outside in the park by herself. As if making a child study outside without adult supervision far from home wasn't bad enough. You still want to keep denying it.
That night was not what it looked like. I was just checking his pulse. He was teaching me how they teach it in medical school. She just happened to walk in at that moment, but it wasn't even that big of a deal. You can't just believe everything you hear from a small child.
Then why would you make her leave every night after that? That part doesn't make any sense if you were just checking his pulse. But what does make sense is our daughter discovered your affair and you put her out to cover it up.
How can you even say that? Why won't you believe me?
Well, because I don't have any reason to believe you. I could notice that you started defending him so passionately. I bet that was so you could continue your affair. You have to be some kind of evil to put the interests of your secret lover over the interest of your own daughter. I guess I never really knew the real you until now. We're done here.
Wait a minute. Don't tell me you're thinking about divorce or anything like that. Are you think of our child? What this could do to her?
Don't act surprised. Even after all this, you're still thinking about knowing but yourself. I'm done being made a fool of by you. Of course, we're getting a divorce.
In that case, don't blame Tom for any of this. He's done nothing wrong. If you agree, I have no problem going through with the divorce.
Well, after all, you're still protecting your dear lover.
I lost the feeling with you for a long time ago. You never care about me, you just care about your job. At least, I can feel the sense of caring when being with Tom.
Huh? If I didn't work, how can I feed this whole family? If so, how Lisa can study in a good school in town? I can't believe that I pay the money for my wife's boyfriend. After that, Evelyn and I got our divorce and I got full custody of our daughter. If none of this had ever happened, Tom should have become a doctor in only one more year. But after the suit, he was disowned by his parents. With no steady income, no support from home, court bills to pay, school debt mounting. I hear he's had to drop out of medical school. Now he's apparently working some part-time job trying to make ends meet. Evelyn's is the same with her lover. I successfully took all the houses, cars, and other assets after the lawsuit. She now had to return her parents' house. How pathetic they are.
Hi. Is that Olivia? Sorry for reaching you out like this out of nowhere, but could you talk right now? I asked Jacob for your number because I have something to tell you. By the way, I am his mom.
Hi, Ms. Rachel. How are you these days? I have free time now and we could talk if you want. I just told Richard that I would call you soon and ask you to go out for a coffee date, just the two of us. I'm very happy because you contacted me like this way.
Now, it might be sudden, but there's something I need to tell you. Well, I'll just go straight to the point and I hope you will understand. Richard is my child, so I just want the best for him.
I'm sorry, but I kind of don't get it. Has Richard told you about the dinner with my family? We will together plan for the wedding. I am so excited about that and waiting for the day I can be in a home together with Jacob. I hope I can do my best to help you and Father happy. Oh. Is it too soon to call Jacob's father as my father?
Hey, stop texting and I will told you all I want. I don't want someone like you marrying my son. You are too old for him and I think it's hard for you to pregnant. But I need a grandson and you seem can't do that. I said I'm not going to allow your wedding.
Why would you say something like that? TP me out of the blue. We've had dinner together so many times and we got along well until now. You even said you're very happy when you met me.
But that's the time I didn't know about your real age. 32 years old? Are you kidding me? You can't pregnant at that age, or if you can, the baby will be very stupid and suffer from many diseases. So I can't let that happen. I think you will understand for me as a good mother who wants the best for her son. You're past your expiration date.
What do you mean by that?
You two have been dating since college, so I assumed that you were the same age. But I was shocked when I heard the truth. I had no idea you were 5 years older than my son. You're too old for him.
Thanks, that really means to me for reminding me about my age. But I don't think it's a big problem. The key here is we fell in love with each other and we have the same direction in our life.
I am serious about this. I don't want to hear you talk nonsense like this. I don't care about the reason you talk to me here. I just want to told you about my decision that I can't accept your wedding with my son. That's all.
But you know what? I am so happy because I am 32 years old, but you thought my age was the same as Jacob. It's a kind of compliment. You just gave me a huge compliment.
I feel that you bring your fake face with that thick makeup everywhere and cheat people like me and my family. That's fortunate for me to know about your real age. I feel ashamed that I was fooled into thinking you were young.
Actually, I don't wear much makeup because I have sensitive skin. If I make up, my skin will get irritated and I will get a lot of acne. So please don't blame me for my makeup. And I didn't cheat anyone.
Hey, you think you can cheat me? I am old enough to find out the truth.
Nope. You're really flattering me here. I prefer a more natural look.
Don't lie to me, I know what you did. I know that you use makeup to lie people about your age. And my son is one of them, right? You are old and nobody wants to marry a person like you, so you try to cheat them.
I didn't lie to him, I was his teacher at the university and he knows about my real age. But when he took me to your home, he said to me that he told about my age already, and you were fine with that. Jacob knows everything about me, I've never had to trick him or anything like that.
What? You said that my son knows about your real age, but he still told a lie? I'm sure that you've told my son to do that. My son is a naive and you told him everything. You know he has never told lie before. Jacob must have hit his head somewhere and gone crazy. He should know better.
Oh, excuse me?
If I had known this earlier, I could have taken him to the hospital before all of this happened. This is total a disaster. How could this have happened?
Oh, I'm sorry that this has you so devastated, though. Oh, I'm sorry that this has you so devastated, though. Is everything all right on your end, though?
No, I can't accept my son taking an infertile woman in her 32s as his wife. And you were his teacher? What's going on here? This is too crazy.
Infertile? Who says I'm infertile?
I've told you before. You're too old to be marrying my son. And I need a young, beautiful girl who can take care of me and my husband, not an old woman like you. Even you are too old to be in a relationship with my son. Old women have the risk for miscarriages, birth defects, and other complication. I didn't raise my son to marry some floozy past her expiration date.
That's very old way of teaching. Now is the 4.0 era, so the technology is improved and we can improve our health. You know, many women even older than me are having kid. We can take a test about potential of pregnancy and the problem will be solved, right?
Why my fan-static son have to do that? He is great person with great health, so there is no reason for him to go to the hospital. The one who can get pregnant, carries the child, and ultimately aborts the child is women.
It's not like woman can get pregnant on her own. It takes two to tango. I'd like Robert come to the hospital with me. Then we can both get tested and put this behind us.
My son is busy with work and stuff. Don't bother him and just do what I say to you. Go to the hospital by yourself. Don't rely on anybody else.
So if my health has no problem with pregnancy, will you accept us?
No, I am still don't like you. Don't hope. I and Jacob were waiting for the day we save enough money and build a happy family together. It's too late for you. I need to bring my son back to his right state of mind as soon as possible. I won't let some expired floozy coward marry my son.
Sure. If that's what you want. I think I'm fine with that. I'll give you some time to cool off.
How dare you? What are you doing with my baby boy? There is no way I'm going to let you away with this. You got that?
I have told what you said to me and Jacob give me a solution about this. He loves me and we still insist on our decision that we will marry.
No, I will do whatever it takes to convince him to leave you. I won't permit him to marry someone like you.
No, you know he doesn't need your permission to do anything. He's old enough to decide what he likes. Jacob said that you're a little controlling, but this was on a whole other level.
Who do you think you are to say that words?
Ms. Susan, please calm down. I will tell you about my solution and then you can consider about your decision.
There is nothing to talk about.
Okay, so I and Jacob are going to get married whether you like it or not. Your opinion of our relationship doesn't matter.
Oh haha, this is your real face, right? You're so stubborn, it's pretty unsightly, you know.
I'm sad to say it, but now that thing has happened, I've given up on getting approval to marry Jacob. The one I love is Jacob, so we can make our decision about our life. We have enough money to hold the wedding and even raising children. We'll be going through with the wedding without your blessing though. You don't have to come.
No, I'll choose the right woman for him.
Ms. Susan, I've already told you we've made up our minds. We don't need your approval.
Let's see.
I have no word with you. Please don't bother me anymore.
Hey, you idiot! Where is my son? He didn't pick up my phone and even didn't text me. I bet this is all your fault.
Hey, I've told you that don't bother me. Do you remember? Unless you text me to apologize for what you've done with me. I don't really want to have bad argue with you anymore.
No, I have to find my son. I think that you have took his phone and blocked my phone number.
What are you talking about? You know that your son are now living in my home and he says my mom is the only mom he need. He doesn't consider himself as your son anymore, he too stressed to listen to you at everything. And you know he said that only me and my mom understand him and respect about his decision. And you know what? We got married last week with the wishes from friends and my family.
What? Are you serious? You guys get married without my permission? I can't believe he was crazy enough to marry you. He's really lost his mind. I am the one who raised him, not that corrupt family of yours.
I am texting with you not to hear your complaint. I keep telling you that he's perfectly fine.
You have to do something to make him run off to you like that.
No, you know I and Jacob have been dating for many years, so he's so close to my family. Why wouldn't he be? You know he too disappointed about you, so he wants to have new home with someone who truly love him. He thinks this is a good opportunity to cut you out of his life. Jacob got sick and tired of you trying to micromanage and control his life.
No, that's because he just want to wake him up.
You think that I didn't know anything about what you've done behind my back? You scattered dead mice in front of our lawn. And to make matters worse, you even placed flyers with my picture attached to them in all of my neighbors' mailboxes. Do you know how embarrassing that was for us? Everyone told me I am the criminal and they will call the police to catch me. Because you're my husband's mom, so I won't told the police about your bad action. If you bother me another time, I will do that.
No, that's because you two wouldn't break up. See, I have to take drastic measures.
You still don't want to stop? To top it all off, you even splashed paint on my parents and told them I was defective. I can't stand. What are you thinking now? What is your problem? Do you have some trouble with your head? My family have hard time just because of you. You hurted my parents and I think this action is unforgivable.
No, they just got what they deserved because they don't know how to teach their daughter. If they hadn't had you in the first place, none of this would have happened.
Seriously, do you understand that all of this was illegal?
No, a mother can resort to drastic methods if she wants to bring her son to his senses.
You know, Jacob is a warm, kind and a very good man that I love him and want to live with him all my life. But the one who seems to have a problem with him is you.
No, nobody love my son as I do. I need him to come back to his senses, then he'll understand. All I've done is reasonable.
No, you can see that everyone is leaving you because of the way you act. I and Jacob are happy and he's really grateful because this is a chance for him to start a new life. I think I have to told you about this that your husband tends to divorce you.
Haha, what do you say? Divorce? In this age? No way! Don't make me distract when I am arguing with you.
No, I just say the truth. Don't you think that you have some more important things to do instead of this imaginary story you've been creating?
Haha, you didn't know anything. My husband fell in love with me, he has been crazy about me and he is willing to do anything I want. And the claim that he tends to divorce me is unreasonable.
He told us in the past he really loved you. So he put up with all of your selfishness until now. But this is too hard for him to continue. And Jacob has his own family, so your husband wanted to get out of the house and find himself. You tried to trample on not only your son's happiness but also him with your self-centeredness. You don't listen to anyone's explanation and just blame them. They all gotten sick and tired.
No way. It's impossible.
Why don't you check with him and find the truth for yourself?
Wait a minute, I have to meet him right now to clear everything. He never told me about what he felt when he was with me.
It's because you didn't hear anything and didn't understand anyone.
I'm sure that you've told him something that made him act like this. You must have said something bad about me.
No, I just tell him the truth. And you know, if you continue to act like this, everyone will left you. Also, if you bother me anymore, I will call the police.
No, I will apologize to you, so let's just put it behind us.
Oh, this is the first time I heard you say apologize, Mom.
Mom? Don't think I say sorry to you mean that I accept you.
No, Mom, it's me, Jacob. I want to tell you that Dad really wanted to left you if you don't change your attitude.
Jacob? Oh